Yo, what's up guys? You got PokeaimMD here with the next part of the Uber's Road to Top 10. Now today we're going to be using a team by, of course, Aberforth. I love his Uber's teams and his mind when it comes to making these. And we're going to be using an SD Scizor team, so that's pretty cool. I haven't used SD Scizor or Scizor at all in Uber since, I feel like XY, when Xerneas was obviously first released. Because in Oras, Scizor's usage went down due to this little monster over here just coming out and pretty much invalidating half the Uber's tier. It's crazy how one Pokemon can come out and invalidate, half a tier. It's insane. It's insane. We have like 1, 2, and 3 of them on the team right here. But we have Bulk Up Life for Marshadow, Choice Scarf, Geomancy, Xerneas. I'm going to explain this because every single time I use this, people ask. Basically, when your Choice Scarf, the only thing you want to click 99% of the time is Moonblast. Even if Thunder can knock out your opponent, if they switch out, Moonblast is generally the best play. And that's typically what Xerneas wants to do. I have Sleep Talk because if my opponent has like Hypnosis or Spore if I'm fighting Smeargle, or Hypnosis if maybe I'm fighting a Darkrai, or Dark Void if I'm fighting a lower ladder Darkrai because they didn't know that Dark Void got nerfed to 50% accuracy. I can absorb that and then just spam this. And Geomancy never comes out of Sleep Talk, so I'm always getting Moonblast. And now Geomancy's cool because if I get knocked off by maybe like an Yveltal and my opponent's team is maybe bulkier, I can go for a 2-turn Geomancy and potentially sweep with Xerneas. So we have Rest Talk, Defensive Father. There's no gender, right? I always think about that, like I have to make it a male. But we have Primal Ground, Spadef, Arceus Water with Judgment and Ice Beam. And I actually love this because Judgment's pretty cool since it helps check Solgaleo. And Ice Beam obviously with Salamence and Rayquaza. And then Toxic is nice for Groudon, and then we have Recover. And then we have SD Defog Scizor. So this is pretty cool. It's a pretty offensive variant as well. I guess that helps us check Xerneas after any prior damage from any of our Mons. So I like that. But let's go ahead and look for a battle. I'm probably going to be recording 2 of these back to back. So, and they'll be up 2 days prior to each other. But you guys will, it shouldn't affect you guys at all. You'll see. Anyway, we got a game versus, I like his name. We have a game versus a really Xerneas weak team. I mean, granted, I have 2 checks too, and so does he, but Xerneas is looking really nice because it can just spam Moonblast early on. I'm thinking he's thinking the same. So I'm actually going to lead off with Xerneas because I want to find out that Scarf of Yveltal. It leads off with Groudon. I have Zygarde as a switch in anyway. And yeah, I figured Yveltal would be a good switch, especially when you have Pokemon like Xerneas. It could be U-turn Yveltal plus Scarf Xerneas. Its Dark Aura did come after, so I know it's not Scarf. Let me just go for Moonblast here and get some damage off on whether it be Groudon or Solgaleo. That's the great thing about Xerneas is it opens up a door for its own late game sweep. Like I already got off damage on Groudon. That did a lot too. Why is that a 2-hit KO? I figure like he's just gonna get up rocks here. I honestly just want to risk this because I can defog later. But I have Zygarde as a pretty easy switch in though, so might as well. We can spam some glares, take his attacks. Yeah, he does get up rocks. And what I can do is just go right for glare. I don't see a reason not to. I paralyze something, it doesn't miss. Maybe get to find out what type of Arceus set he is, though he could go Xerneas, obviously. But I have good answers to Xerneas, I feel. So, goes around to Xerneas, and we're going to be able to hit that thing with a nice glare. And I don't think there's a point in me Mega Evolving and Defogging, because he'll always be able to go Groudon after. In fact, he should double here. I'll go Scizor anyway, because if I Mega Evolve, I can take him on, I guess, regardless of what he wants to do. Plus, he gets full parrots, so we never see what he wants to do, so I don't even have to risk roosting. And I can just Mega Evolve and click Defog. Is he HP Fire? Is he an HP Fire Xerneas? Wow. In 2017? He is indeed an HP Fire Xerneas since 2017. That is cool. We'll roost up here. I didn't think he'd stay in and go for double HP Fire. He actually goes for Geomancy, so I can Bullet Punch and then beat him down with my Groudon. HP Fire Xerneas, wow. Plus the chance that he gets paralyzed and I 2-hit KO it. I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't have personally done it, but I'm pretty sure. I wish I knew speed tiers off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure Marshadow is faster, but I don't want to risk it. I'm positive it's faster though. How fast is a paralyzed Xerneas? Plus, I don't even know his spread. That's the thing. Like, this is definitely offensive just based on the Bullet Punch damage. Bullet Punch Scizor would have been so nice in the late game too. What I could do is go out into. I mean, I literally have 1 Pokemon. I'm pretty sure Scarf Xerneas also knocks out regular Xerneas at that percentage. That has to be. I swear I just imported this team. Why did? Alright, we're gonna find out his spread real quick. Get at this grassy terrain. Scizor. This is the custom set. Xerneas, Uber Geomancy, sure. 57 and 67. 69, so that is no defense. That's 0 defense Xerneas. So it might just be max speed, max speed, just based on that. And my own Xerneas, after its choice scarf, so custom set. Moonblast, let's just give it +2. Moonblast is 26 to 31. I think it's just max speed. Let's just go Marshadow and knock him out. I'm pretty sure Marshadow does knock out a 0 HP. Shasink is 28 to 34. Wait, what? Okay, I better have max attack when I come in here. I don't have max attack on my Marshadow. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Thank you, Showdown, for doing that to me. I appreciate you. I'm just gonna go for Spectral Thief and steal it. He's smart. He actually switches out to Groudon though, so unfortunately my Marshadow is missing some of its attack investment right there, which actually hurts a lot in this case because this is Fizz Def Groudon. Might have been able to 2-hit KO it, but let me go for Bulk Up because that way I can knock it out with the next hit and I can live every hit he wants to go for, especially if he goes for rocks. Yeah, so my close combat should be able to knock him out at that percentage. Probably Bulk Up again to be honest, but I don't want to roar him. Like, this mon is so good versus him, especially Solgaleo, but I'm thinking my Arceus Water checks Solgaleo and Salamence. Xerneas just gets to click Moonblast multiple times, so I'll go right for the close combat. Thankfully, even though my EV spread got tampered with, is the rest of my EVs okay? Yeah. I hate when it does that. I really don't like when it does that. I don't wanna mess with this too much. Yeah. I really don't like that it does that, man. This is not even me, it's just Showdown. Like, if you click away, it's a bug that does that. So if Veltal comes out, definitely, maybe a foul. Oblivion Wing could come out, though. Solgaleo still checks this and can check Salamence to an extent. I don't know his Arceus type, so I'm actually just going to go directly into Xerneas. I hate to let Xerneas take an unnecessary hit from Oblivion Wing, but ideally he goes for Dark Pulse. Yeah, but Oblivion Wing was his best play. It is Life Orb. However, I don't know if he knows I'm Scarf or not. He doesn't seem to care because he gives me his Yveltal. I probably could have knocked it out too, thinking about it. Like, Life Orb +1. That's no joke. That is no joke. Close combat probably could have knocked him out. If I was the right investment, man. Alright, so we're going to go out to Zygarde here because I can just glare this guy. Take his hit, anything he wants to go for. You can go for Z-Splash too. Goes right for Earthquake. I don't want to glare him and have him go out into Xerneas, so I'll rather just go right for 1,000 Arrows. Just my, just a play that gets direct damage off on him. Yeah, as he goes Salamence, so maybe I should have glared him there. But I'll be able to take every hit from Salamence and glare him, and then be able to go out into my, if he wants to Dragon Dance up, I can always go Marshadow / Scarf Xerneas, so we'll just glare this guy right here. Is he Refresh? If he has Dragon Dance Refresh, either way going hard into Arceus is my play. Hard into Arceus is always the play. Because there's a chance of full para and the chance that he does go right for return, but I can always Ice Beam him. Yep, and like I said, there was always that chance of full para, so hard Arceus was always the play. And then we can knock him out with the Ice Beam after that chip damage. Believe it or not, you do need a little bit of chip to knock out Mega Immense. But the fact that I'm also Judgment lets me knock out Xerneas at 31%. Paras are just too good. This is why Father is king. What's your last? Is it over? Oh, good game. He's a good sport though. He didn't even care about the full pairs. I like this guy. I do wish though that my Marshadow had the max attack investment, because if I would have known that was Life or Yveltal, oof, I was just thinking he might be defensive, and even though damage on that would be nice, my Xerneas just checked it always. But I don't know. Now I know how much Marshadow does close combat. I didn't know it did that much to it. I'm actually really scared about clicking on this team, so I'm actually gonna get this out of there. I exited out real quick because I don't want to accidentally touch the team and have it change the EV spread again. But this is ridiculous how much damage this is, guys. This is only base 125. I mean, base 125 is a lot, but when we have Pokemon like Mega Medicham, Mega Heracross running around with like over 500 attack, over 600 attack, if you count the pure power, it's ridiculous. So, you got a game? I'm pretty sure I use this team, but hey guy, hey you. I don't know what else to say. I can defog away pretty easily. I'm just gonna lead off with Marshadow and just attack. Spectral Thief in the Shadow Sneak. Why not? It prevents. I guess he could have Psycho Boost, huh? But he doesn't. It prevents him from getting up most hazards. Obviously, he's gonna be Focus Sash, yeah. And I can defog later. He could switch out, I suppose, on this Shadow Sneak. So I'm thinking about bulking up, but then again, what does he go into? Like Xerneas would take 10 million from this. If Yveltal gets chipped away at. And like, look at my own Xerneas and just attacking him. Like, it's so good versus him. So that's probably Dual Dance Groudon, which Zygarde can check. Goes out into a Yveltal. I mean, I do have a Xerneas as an answer, as a switch-in. I don't want my Arceus Water to take damage because I actually need it so it can deal with Lucario and Groudon to an extent. Think about just close combating actually, but this mon is still useful in checking his own Martial. Actually, no, damage is damage, and he actually is Scarf and U turns out. So he'll probably go out to his own Marshadow. I'm trying to speak English here. He goes Groudon though, so he gives me a giant hit off on Groudon, and that's amazing. Especially because I need a little bit of chip damage in order to knock it out with Zygarde's Thousand Arrows, or apparently I 2-hit KO this Groudon with close combat now. Good lord, Marshadow. Okay, so based on that, this is 120, this is 90. I don't think this would knock it out. I want to go for Spectral Thief, expecting him to want to actually double out into Marshadow / Xerneas, but I'm pretty sure, because offensive Groudon, that is ridiculously offensive. Why does close combat do that much? That's definitely not that set. I like how you put the little thing that they do, the little worried thing. That has to be max HP though. Okay, this is not a Primal Groudon, so that makes a lot more sense. There we go. Close combat is 64 to a standard one. I did 56, so he's definitely max HP. Yep. Spectral Thief does 46 to 54. That is just enough to actually go for it. I was about to say it was going to be close based on the roll, but based on the fact that he was more than likely max HP, Spectral Thief always killed. I didn't know the roll on close combat. Had I known that, I would have been fine anyway. But Yveltal comes out. Not sure what move he's going to go for. Dark Pulse, Oblivion Wing, doesn't matter. I go Zygarde here because I eat the hit and I go for Glare. And I become Father. Yeah, I eat up Oblivion Wing for days. And even if he hits me with the next one, like I always go for Oblivion Wing here, or Glare here, because I will become Father, and we will be able to slow down the Yveltal right there, making it easier for my Xerneas, making it easier for Groudon and whatnot to be able to deal with it. And we are now Father. We are inside. I can just rest. Maybe 1,000 Arrows is better just for damage. Well, he will be faster than me too, but he's not doing the same damage at all. Yeah, I want 1,000 Arrows damage off on Xerneas. Or Marshadow or any of them. Because as long as Zygarde is alive, I don't want to rest and give him opportunities to set up with Lucario, basically. Whereas 1,000 Arrows does, like, I think 98% to Lucario, if I'm not mistaken. There's no point in calculating. I know the calc off the... Hippa? Where you going, bro? Is it over? That man saw Father and dipped. But yeah, basically, by me not basically by me not going for rest, I'm limiting the turns of luck, at least this particular turn. Like if he stays in and goes for Oblivion Wing again, I will rest because I'm going to eat the hit anyway. I just got Father's HP. But by me not going for rest this turn, I either guarantee about 30% off on Xerneas, which will put it in range of Bullet Punch plus Shadow Sneak, or I guarantee a hit on Marshadow, which puts it in range of, again, Scarf, or actually Scarf Moonblast just sweeps, but that's basically what I'm going for. Scarf Moonblast sweeps. I didn't want Xerneas to take a hit because it can actually live one Bullet Punch from Lucario, and I'm limiting the fact, or the chance of luck coming into play with Sleep Talk rolls, though when it's Glare and 1,000 Arrows, not much luck can actually beat it down. The only thing that could actually kill me would be an SD Ice Punch Lucario or Bulk Up Ice Punch Marshadow, and even then I don't even think that +1 it knocks out Zygarde, but I'm guessing this guy either is done. I'll start looking for another battle. That man Father whipped out the belt, didn't know what to do. Yeah, I got some funny stories, man, about my dad. I love that guy. That is my boy. That is my dad. That is Father. That is indeed Father. Yeah, you don't know, Zygarde ain't no father. My dad is Father. I respect him so much. I really do. My mom and dad, great people. I'm happy, I'm lucky to have both of them that raised me. Anyway, SD Scizor wins. and Groudon beats every mon on his team. Like, actually, it literally beats every mon on his team. And because of that, I'm actually not going to stay in and get potentially Guardian of a Alolan. So I'm actually going to go out to Zygarde. I don't want him to be a Guardian of Alolan, which will get rid of 75%. That's the only Tapu Koko set I've ever seen. Oh, it's Life Orb. Okay. Alright, so he's not that set. Good. Good to know. Good to know. He could have HPI / Dazzling Gleam. All of them would be annoying. Obviously, can't Thunderbolt me. I'm going to go Scizor here on whatever his secondary attack is. It's U-turn, so I would have been able to become Father after getting hit by that. But that's fine. He could probably go Genesect here. At least we now know it's Life Orb, so I knocked that out at +2. I'm thinking I'm just going to try and sweep with my SD Scizor. I don't care if he goes for U-turn. I'm going right back on to Groudon. I do want up rocks here. He thought about the turn for like a second, so I'm assuming he's going to go for U-turn here. It just goes for Thunderbolt, so this guy's giving me rocks just to chip away. And again, rocks really help in SD Scizor's case, especially if he's giving me his Genesect. Yes, Zekrom becomes more of a problem, but I have Scarf Xerneas anyway, and Genesect being gone, he can't freeze me under intense sun anyway. And I don't see a Lava Plume switching. Like, besides Zekrom, this is the only other mon that could take on a boosted Scizor. So I will gladly trade damage off of my Groudon and rocks to get rid of Genesect. Obviously, Zekrom is going to be more of a threat, but I do have Scarf Xerneas again. I have Father, so basically I can't Bolt Strike / Outrage for free. And I have an SD Scizor to take advantage of that. Mew comes out. Not sure what it's going to do. I want to... Okay, it's just going to Lava Plume. Yeah, let's go for the... or it's going to Defog. I thought it might start doing some sort of Baton Pass shenanigans. Did I just use the word shenanigans? Ew. But didn't Baton Pass get banned in Ubers too? I'm thinking about last generation. Anyway, Red Card is pretty interesting. I want to know what its last move or its other moves are, and it's Magicoat. Magicoat Defog. So whenever people do this to me, I don't really care. Can he not touch me? Okay, it's Ice Beam. Yeah. So I get up my rock. I think I'm just gonna start trying to sweep with SD Scizor or bulk up Marshadow. I think bulk up Marshadow is the play. It should be able to kill everything. I hope you go for Magikarp. Magikarp. Yu-Gi-Oh! But bulk up Marshadow looking really nice right now, especially with Tapu Koko with rocks up. And if he actually stays into Defog, then I get 2 bulk ups, which means I knock out Tapu Koko. He was smart to go directly into Tapu Koko. I don't know if it lives though. I really don't. I know at +2 I killed it, but Marshadow, custom set, +1. Wow, it's already +1. Thank you. Tapu Koko. My God, Marshadow, you're so... Technician is such a cool ability on this mon. Get out of here. Alright, so Tapu Koko is down. Mew is not an issue because SD Scizor sets up on it for days unless it gets frozen. In that case, I'll put it on a timer with Toxic or something. Pheromosa will die. I'm hoping it's E-Killer because I'll just close combat the hell out of that thing. And Zekrom would probably be the only thing that can actually take a hit from me. But either way, damage on Zekrom, again, ensures Scizor is just coming through. Wait, are these Hone Claws now? That's so cool. This does 93 to... Marshadow, my bad, bro. How do you... You're so good in Ubers. I love this mon. I absolutely love this mon. I'm glad, like... I know a lot of people hate when Pokemon gets banned because they're like, oh, man, no, it's never going to be used in Ubers. But this mon is just so good, dude. This could be Scarf with Tapu Koko to abuse the electric terrain. But I don't care. I'm clicking Close Combat. It clicks Outrage, so I get to click Moonblast and win? Maybe? I don't know. I might win right here. I mean, I knock him out. I don't know what... I feel like it's going to be a random Arceus steal. Like, this would be an example of where if I was knocked off, I could go for Geomancy and potentially win right there, but obviously that's not the case. We knock out Zekrom, which was indeed Choice Scarf. I probably should have kept my Marshadow alive thinking about it. I might have gotten a little bit overconfident right there, and it is E-Killer. Yeah, that's why I was thinking I might have gotten a little bit overconfident, but Modest Moonblast does a ton to Arceus anyway. Unless it's running max HP, which he very well could be, but thankfully he is not. Yeah, this does a ton. I think he has to be Life Orb to knock me out as well. I'm not sure. Yep. He had to be Life Orb to knock me out. We get rid of the Arceus right there, and yeah, that's why I was thinking about keeping Marshadow alive. Pheromosa comes out. Are you, you're faster than me if you're max speed. but he is not max speed, and we're going to be able to knock him out. And then Mew is going to go down to, like, he can't beat the rest of my team. Yeah, he can't beat Scizor, pretty much, is what I was trying to say. So let's go ahead and look for another one. Xerneas putting in work. Marshadow, of course, always putting in work, as always. I mean, it's Marshadow. So I definitely should have played that mon a little bit differently. Greninja. Okay, Marshadow's great versus this guy. I'm going to lead off with Marshadow because it actually puts him in position. I'm pretty sure it's spikes stacking Greninja, so I want to put him in a position where he loses them on early on. Especially because my Defogger doesn't care about T-Spikes. So Arceus Fairy as a lead. Oh, great. Earth Power. I'm going to go out to my Arceus because I get off a Toxic on something. Let's see what he doubled out into. Doubled out into Groudon, so great. I get off a Toxic on Groudon and I beat this 1v1. In theory, it could be Dual Dance. Probably is. I can beat it 1v1 though. Is he going to switch out to Solgaleo? Ah, okay. Switch out to Solgaleo. I think he's going to double again, but I have no reason not to Judgment. Assuming he's going to go Greninja or stay in. He doesn't do much damage to me anyway. And he has Toxic. Okay. That's a little bit annoying, especially because I had Zygarde as a switch, and I thought... Okay, well, that's okay, though. The fact that it's Arceus Fairy is annoying. But we'll definitely go out to Zygarde and just click Glare immediately. Yeah, Zen Headbutt, doesn't matter. I don't mind if he puts me on a timer. I'm clicking this Glare right now. Whatever's coming in is getting glared. If he wants to stay in with this, that's fine, too. But I am 100% glaring that Arceus Fairy. I'm pretty sure it's Refresh, but... Just gives me Groudon as a switch-in. He could double again, but there's no way I'm risking that right now. This has to be Defog Refresh, or just Defog, non-Refresh. Alright, so Refresh, Calm Mind, Recover, Judgment. I don't think he has Defog on the team, so I'm getting at my rocks. So Refresh, Judgment, wait. Refresh, Earth Power, Judgment, Calm, I don't even know. I'm going Scizor. Because Scizor just kicks Bullet Punch now. I don't know what to think about this. Like, that doesn't do anything. As much as I want to click Bullet Punch actually right here, I'm going to Roost first. Because he's going to go out to Groudon anyway, and I want to be able to take this thing on. I guess he could have Random Fire Blast, but I don't know. I have no idea what to think about his set now. Does he not have Recover? Does he just Refresh, Earth Power, Judgment? I'm not sure. I wonder how much my Scizor does to... Obviously not Groudon. I'm thinking about Marshadow in the long run. Can I SD up with this mon and... potentially win? Marshadow. Custom sets. 84 to 99. Yeah, okay, so I'm assuming that's what the investment was for. Either that mon slash, Xerneas, obviously. But Zygarde can just click 1,000 arrows. I want damage. I want to see what his Arceus Fairy set really is. He goes Gren. So I get a crit on Greninja, unfortunately, for my opponent. Definitely gonna get up like a Spike here or something. Xerneas is pretty safe, considering Ice Beam, Spike, T-Spike, something I could see happening. Yeah, I don't mind the T-Spike because I can always go out into Scizor and defog it later. So we'll just Moonblast here. Should secure us a kill. Yep, that crit was really nice. I mean, it would have killed even if Greninja became Poison type anyway. And I guess Groudon's gonna come out maybe? But that gives me Zygarde. I guess Arceus Fairy is also something that can come out. He definitely can't go Marshadow. Solgaleo. I mean, I already have Zygarde, and the fact that it's already poisoned on a timer, I don't mind because I'm Rest Talk anyway. Doubles out into Primal Groudon, which was definitely not the better play for my opponent, I would say. Unless he has like HP Ice, Earth Power. Nice free Glare. I don't see a reason not to glare the incoming Arceus or whatever, or even Groudon, because he only has one Pokemon Refresh on his team. So, oh, he gives me Mewtwo. Nice, nice. I'll take this. I think he's not trying to give me. He's trying his best to not give me a defog, but Mewtwo being paralyzed, like Marshadow's just looking so good versus this guy. Arceus doesn't actually look as good as it was before. I think Xerneas. I think Zygarde puts in a lot more work. So. I'll go out into my Arceus on this Mewtwo. He goes for Ice Punch there. That's fine. I can defog away for Scizor versus this, but I don't think that's the play. I think just clicking Judgment right now is better. getting off a little bit of damage on him. He's already dies to Spectral Thief anyway. And he gets full paralyzed. This is why Glare is such a good move, man. This is why Glare is just so good. I kind of hope he goes Groudon because I could Toxic that thing. But he sacks his Mega Mewtwo X, which is pretty nice because if he goes Marshadow, I can Judgment that into Bullet Punch and knock it out. Or I have Scarf Xerneas in the back to still Revenge Go. It's still out of range of... it still should be out of range of... what's it called? It still should be out of range of the... I'm a Toxic here. There's no point in going out into Scizor just yet. Yeah. It still should be out of range of Shadow Sneak, thank you. Sorry, me. I don't know why I'm saying thank you to. It's me who said it, but... okay, so assuming his last move is Recover, SD Scizor should win the end game, but I'm going to defog away the Stealth Rock and the T-Spike. I don't care if he gets up the... I don't care if he gets up the T-Spike again. I mean, the Stealth Rock again. He can't get up the T-Spike again, obviously. But I can go right out into my Zygarde right here. Eat up every attack from this guy. Hopefully become father sooner than later. That is what I want. If you want to get up your Stealth Rock, that's fine. I want to double here so badly, predicting Arceus Fairy to get up my rocks as well. But I think Thousand Arrows is just better all around. Not letting him Marshadow. Yeah, exactly. Not letting Marshadow in for free. Ice Punch? Maybe? Or his Z move. At this point, I think Groudon is just the most expendable member. Zygarde still beats Solgaleo as well as Groudon. And I didn't want him to have a Z move. Is he sub Z? I don't even know. We're going to go for Roar here. Just in case he's bulk up. Actually, bulk up won't even matter. Maybe it would. He is sub Z. No. Well, I am gone right there. But my Scizor does how much? 42%. That's good to know. So we go right out to Xerneas right here. And we'll just go right for the... Zygarde probably could have beat this thing 1v1, but sub, Spectral Thief, close combat, maybe bulk up. If he's not Shadow Sneak, I don't know. But I don't see a reason not to click Moonblast and break his sub and then go out to Scizor and Bullet Punch Sweep in the late game. Yeah, that did nothing. He's probably going to go Solgaleo here. Or Groudon. If it goes Groudon, then Groudon might be 2-hit KO'd, so I don't mind that. That did absolutely nothing. Without a Life Orb, this isn't really a threat. In my opinion. And the great thing about me being in with this is, like, if he goes Solgaleo, I think what I'm going to do is make the aggressive play of staying in and Moonblasting twice. Because Zygarde comes in then, or Scizor, or Arceus Fairy. Like, I don't want Arceus Fairy coming in. I want to be able to go out into my bulk up Marshadow. So I'm going to double Moonblast. He could very well just go for Sunsteel Strike here. But if he doubles out into Arceus Fairy, which is what I'm predicting, I thought Arceus Fairy, but he went this. So either way, this is good damage. Like, that's damage for SD Scizor, man. That's amazing. SD Scizor about to win. Like, straight up gonna win. And that's what I wanted. Yep, I think he sees it too. I think he sees it. He can't beat Scizor. Ah, nice, 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 nice. That was a good one. That was a good one. Like, at that point, I already saw him Zygarde so many times. I think he expected my Scizor, though. This is like a variation of Stall that I do not really want to play. Bulk up Marshadow is so good in this game, though. Alright, so Groudon as a lead always versus Toxic Arceus is really nice. SD Scizor cannot be beat by normal means. Yeah, SD Scizor is really good in this game. Sableye is the only thing that can beat it. I guess Ferrothorn maybe? I don't know. These things don't typically run Will-O-Wisp, so I'll lead Groudon and I'll fish for some Lava Plume burns versus Sableye. I like how people can run Blissey again. Because, or Chansey. Oh, you can't run Chansey. He has Muck, so he could actually run Chansey. He could have run Chansey because it Pursuit Traps Gengar. Anyway, we lead off with Groudon. And we just spam Lava Plume versus the Sableye for a little bit. Xerneas is also a great lead on my part, I think. Ideally, he knocks. He doesn't have knock. Muck has knock, but Groudon's just good in general. Like, best case scenario for me, my opponent leads Ferrothorn, just doesn't give a damn and just, like, lets me Lava Plume it and let me kill it. I'm assuming it's Arceus Water. I'd be Arceus Water on this team. Fairy also makes sense. Yo, if I was Ice Punch on Zygarde, woo, I mean on Marshadow, woof. Yeah, it is Arceus Water. So, this could very well Toxic me, which I do not want him to do. So I'm gonna go Scizor. Hey. I'm gonna go Scizor right here. Hopefully he doesn't have Will-O-Wisp because that'd make it ridiculously annoying to deal with. I'm BR-Titar. Ah. Have fun. I got a team from him. Or recently. But yeah, he's running some sort of semi-stall. Arceus Water. If I was SD Groudon, that was game. But we're gonna go Scizor here. Check for the potential Toxic. Toxic Recover. I doubt he has Will-O-Wisp. We're just gonna Mega Evolve. And click SD. Like, I don't think him going Ferrothorn matters too much. Basically, I want to threaten him, or at least give him the illusion that I have superpower here. So he might protect, he might get up a Leech Seed. Either way, going back on the Groudon is my play. Again, SD Scizor can win very easily. Very, very easily. He does have Cleric on Blissey, but it can win. Only Zygarde is his only answer. I might just start SDing up again. Do I kill? Do I? Not this, but I'm thinking about Zygarde. Physically defensive. +6. Jesus, man. That's okay. That's complete. That's complete though. That he's not completely up. Impish. 67 to. I might as well stay up again. You ain't doing any damage to me. You're leeching at best, right? But like I'm beating you down. I think. Because I know Ferrothorn obviously resists, but they run Spadef in this tier. And I'm almost to a KOing him. Plus this is Defog, so I don't care. I knock out Sableye. He's gonna get up his spike. Yep, that's fine. We'll just Bullet Punch now. Clean, solid to a KO. Go for another BP and then I'll Roost. 3 a KO, excuse me. But yeah, I'll go for another BP and then I'll Roost. If he goes Father, I believe I 2 a KO. If anything, I can always come in later, so. Where's he going? Father? He went Sableye and sacked it. Nice. So we get that monster out of here. I will take that. Father can definitely come out, but I can Roost it on it. Unless it's actually like a Dragon Dance set, but I will Roost. I would not attack you. Screw this Pokemon. This is Lord Zygarde. Oh, he just Dragon Tail? That's fine. Hopefully Xerneas, Arceus even. Yeah, Arceus is nice. So I'm going to double out into my Scizor here because I could see Blissey coming out. Also, he could go for a potential Glare. I mean, like I said, SD Scizor is just so good. The fact that I knocked out Sableye means I get up hazards now too. So I like that. Yeah, he does double out into Ferrothorn. And we can just rinse, repeat the process. I'm actually going to defog first, because he's just going to Leech Seed first. And then I want to bring out Groudon because I want Rocks up. Though Roosting is actually smarter. Because he's just going to get up his spikes. Like, I can defog these away always. I think I'm messing around too much with this. Let me just go hard into Groudon, get up Rocks, and either pressure him to defog or win with Marshadow in the back. Yeah, I don't mind this thing coming out. It doesn't. 1,000 arrows is obviously going to hurt, but I'd rather get on my Rocks early. Yeah, it doesn't hurt that much. I want Rocks up. Pressure Arceus Water. Go out to my own. He Dragon Tails me. I mean, that doesn't matter. I'm going to SD up. Like, he has limited 1,000 arrows and limited attacks, so. And he's not doing any damage. So I'm just waiting for him to Dragon Tail me out into something like Marshadow or Xerneas, rather. I think Xerneas would be better, obviously. As he misses right there. +2 to Fizz Def. That's -2. That's Ferrothorn. That's not what I want. I want Zygarde. Because if I get off a little bit of damage on him, let's say he's Uber Showdown usage, yes. If I get off a little bit, I think I put him in range of +1 close combat. So I'm gonna Bullet Punch here. And try and put him in range of close combat. He's definitely gonna Dragon Tail here. I don't want him becoming Father, so I'm gonna SD up. He should Dragon Tail here. Yeah, into my Arceus Water. That's fine. Again, Zygarde is getting weaker and weaker. That if +2 did that much, I think I can SD up with Scizor and win soon. Though to be honest, this thing just clicking attacks is annoying. Yeah, the fact that he can always go Zygarde after is so annoying because he's getting back up to full. So the Leech Seeding Ferrothorn is the annoying part. It's Stealth Rock and Spike on this thing? What? Really? Get this out of here. Hold up. Yeah, I don't mind him getting back up to health, getting health from that. Especially because I can just go out to Xerneas on the Dragon Tail / 1,000 Arrows. Actually, Arceus Water is always a better play, and then doubling out into my Marshadow. Marshall's the one that wins me the game, so does Scizor. It's just the leech seeds that he has on Ferrothorn are so annoying. Like, I can get to +6 and OHKO it, but... or 2 KO it, rather. Oh, Dragon Tail's nice. Gives me Scizor. He's gonna go for 1,000 Arrows here. He just goes for Dragon Tail? That's fine, too. Waste your Dragon Tail, I'll take it. Oh, and he gives me Zygarde, Arceus, excuse me. So what I want to do is actually go out into my Zygarde. No. I want to go out to Marshadow here. Obviously, Zygarde can take 2 hits, but I don't think it can take a bulk up Spectral Thief into close combat in that range. Marshadow, custom set, +1. Yeah, Spectral Thief is 41 and 49, and then close combat knocks it out after. So I'm assuming he's going to double out into... he's going to go Ferrothorn here again. I guess he could go Muck. You don't want to risk Ice Beam, though. I don't think BRT Tar wants to risk Ice Beam. So, let's see. He does risk Ice Beam. I mean, okay, he got that play correct, but... I don't know. Like, I'm going to go Arceus and I'm going to make the same double again. As he goes Arceus Water here. Definitely don't want to get Toxic. So I'm going to go Scizor, even though Toxic would be a really nice trade, but... oh, and he has Judgment. Okay, that's good to know. That's bad for me, but that's good to know in general. I think it's worth the trade then of going for Toxic. This would be Defog Ice Beam, right? So he's trying to predict ahead of me, and he's definitely getting me. I'm going to make the Marshadow double right here, though. I'm making my Marshadow double. There's no way. Oh my god, why? Obviously it's working out for him, but I mean, I'm still gonna win with SD Scizor. Like, I'm going for a game with SD Scizor, but the fact that he does so much with Judgment. And if I Toxic you, why? I guess he's just praying aggressively though, so he's outplaying me. Whatever, this is gonna do a ton. That did 0. That actually did 0. Anyway, Zygarde eats the hit, and I can just go for Glare here. I eat an Ice Beam. I eat Toxic. Kind of wish I was Sub-Coil too. That would be really nice. So now when I get my recovery, I have to be careful. Like, if he goes Ferrothorn, he kind of has to double. But I'm always going to go Scizor anyway, because I get it in before hazards are gone. So Glare is always my play. He definitely got me on those turns. Oh, I'm fine with that. Hell yeah, I'm fine with that. Let me go ahead and get this 1,000 Arrows off. I don't care what attack you go for. Now you're paralyzed. So always Scizor here. Always Scizor and Roost. Even if he doubles out into Zygarde, it does not matter. Always Scizor and Roost. Especially because Leech Seed can miss. I might have to stall him out of all 13 Leech Seeds, to be honest, but... always Scizor and Roost. Even if he goes Arceus, even if he goes Blissey, Zygarde, does not matter. Always Scizor, always Roost. I can't believe he stayed in on that one turn where if I Ice Beam him, he'd be gone. But he gets up Stealth Rock first, so nice. I will Roost up all these hazards. And you know what? I think we're going to do it again. I think I lose. because the fact that he has Judgment. Like, I don't have enough Roost to beat him 1v1, I think. But I will go Zygarde here. On 1,000 Arrows or whatever attack he wants to go for. Yeah, he made some really aggressive plays that definitely worked out for him. Just gonna glare you. Make it a little bit easier for me to beat you. And if he goes Ferrothorn, paralyzing, that would be nice. This is definitely a Rest Talk Zygarde, but if I paralyze something, I can win. It gives me Father, nice. Alright, we'll get up some rocks here as he gets full paralyzed. I actually don't want to go for rocks just in case he decides to make a super aggressive play for no reason. Like he was doing, well, not like he was doing before. Before he actually made some really good plays. He should never risk Ferrothorn, but I'm going to go off his choke right here. Yeah, as he goes out into Zygarde, let's see if we can get a burn at least. Nice. Alright, so that gives me rocks and potentially an SD. I eat up these attacks. I'm gonna go and phase you out, bro. You can waste your 1,000 arrows all you want. Go ahead and give me Ferrothorn. Oh, Muck, I will take you. So if I press his Blaze here, he gets in Zygarde complete. He should know that. I'm not sure, though. I'm gonna roar. So I could have killed Muck right there, but I don't think Muck being alive matters as much. We'll go Xerneas as fodder. As he rests up. He's definitely going to double out to... I think I just have to do it. I think I just got to start going for it. Like, I don't see another... Like, I got to start SDing up. I got to get to +6. Especially because he goes Blissey right there. So, I got to get to +6. This could have Thunder Wave. But the fact that Ferrothorn is paralyzed, Zygarde is asleep as well. I don't remember the calc that I calced earlier. I don't remember the calc that I calced. I mean, I might as well go for SDs here. I don't have another play. I should be able to knock out Muck after rocks, and the fact that the Judgment in Mon is paralyzed is pretty good too. He goes Ferrothorn, so this gives me multiple opportunities to get up SDs, which is actually pretty good that we went Ferrothorn because he gets Leech Seed recovery as well. Or, which is good for Zygarde, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Which is better for me because I can potentially 2-hit KO Zygarde. So, I'm just going to go for my Bullet Punches now and just start spamming them. Obviously, Arceus Water is going to tank this. Blissey won't. Muck will die. Ferrothorn will be 2-hit KO'd. Arceus Water is going to eat for days, I'm pretty sure, though. Unless I crit it with Bullet Punch. Speaking of which, just got a crit right there. Which helps in a sense, yeah. I mean, not really. I mean, I 2-hit KO Ferrothorn, right? But it's still a giant monster versus me. I have to get up more SDs to beat Arceus as well. Alright, so let's just Bullet Punch here. Get rid of Ferrothorn. This Gyro Ball is so annoying. All the hazards are annoying too. The helmet, all that. The fact that he can get up these hazards versus me. Especially because, like, right here, I'm kind of forced to Roost. Like, he could easily go Zygarde and give him multiple opportunities to get Dragon Tail / 1,000 arrows. Arceus Water is even another good play he can make. But I will defog away these hazards eventually. He's playing with fire, though. Like, him sacking Ferrothorn early on, or what I'm assuming to be early on, kind of hurts him versus Scizor because he does need a Leech Seed to beat me 1v1. I can always go for Last Mon Scizor Sweep too, which I think I might have to go for. So, this Mon's a problem. I'm just going to go for Bullet Punches versus it. Then he got Father on Fort. I don't think I had another choice though. I did 80% to him. So I don't think that's max defense. I'm just gonna assume that's like 184 or something. So how much do I do to Father? Zygarde. 44 to 52. If I get a bad Dragon Tail, like Rest again, this is good, but I think Roost is... And he got the Dragon Tail. Ah! So I have to double out to Scizor here. I have to double out to Scizor, and I have to Roost. But I think what I got to do is actually sack most of my team to win. To win this game, I have to sack my team, and I have to kill Ferrothorn as well. In fact, I'm not even going to double. There's no point. If he goes Ferrothorn, I 2-hit KO it. If he goes Blissey, that's fine. Yeah, I need to knock... I got to get rid of Ferrothorn first before setting up with Scizor, because his Leech Seed is ridiculous versus me. So he's going to go Muck. Gives me Zygarde as a switch-in. Yeah, he sacked Ferrothorn, so there's still potential. Maybe I should just Moonblast this monster. No, Zygarde as a switch-in is the better play. Muck is already in range of +2, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. I think. Alright, we're just going to Moonblast. It's pretty adamant about going out to this Mon. I need Moonblast to force out. No, I get a Roost. I get a Roost with Scizor, which is important. If he doubles to Zygarde ever, that's a giant choke on my opponent's part. So there's potential for all of that. We want to open up doors for everything. He just poison jabs. 10% is not in range of Shadow Sneak. There is just no way it is. And I can Roost up here and then sack my team to potentially try and SD up and win. I think that's going to be the play. I don't have enough Roost though, do I? Maybe. I might. I have to Roost once and then sack, then Roost, and then sack, and then Roost. I might have to get rid of the hazards, to be honest. Yeah, even though they're just too much. Like I don't want Scizor coming in on these next few hazards. Even though I need the hazards up so I can sack my team. Let me get rid of these hazards real quick. You don't need these. I can stall them out of judgments too. I think I win by being father. I'm pretty sure father just wins, and this will be, I think, stall as well. But like unless he has Ice Beam on this thing, father does win. Like he actually has to have Ice Beam or father wins. Like because I have way more PP than him, I have not been going for attacks versus him. Let's see. Well, he gets paralyzed there. I'll scout for Ice Beam here, I guess. It just goes for judgments. I'm not sure. I guess he doesn't have them to beat me. So yeah, I can stall him out of judgments and let Scizor win the game. I think by just being father, I can win as well. By just switch stalling. I definitely want to attack. Like I want to rest. I want him to use all his judgments. And especially because he keeps using them. Like he can't hurt Scizor. I SD up on Muck. Like even if he goes out into like Muck here, like what does he do? Knocks me off? What does that matter? Blissey? I can 1,000 arrows it. I don't know. Do you guys see another win con that I don't? I think my win con is to PB stall him because he's going for all his attacks there. He has 8 judgments left. His last move has to be defog. I have to force him to use them all. Here goes Zygarde, which is fine. I'll just use Sleep Talk here, I guess. And Glare. I'll rest. There's no point. I don't think he thinks I have Ice Beam either. Because I saw Judge... No. Yeah, I haven't used Ice Beam. Nice. Let's Sleep Talk a Glare or something. Maybe 1,000 arrows would be nice. Nice. Dragon tells me out. Into Arceus. I don't think he knows I have Ice Beam. Because I went for Judgment before. It shouldn't kill, but that doesn't make a difference. I use 1 recover here. I might just pause the video, guys, until I need Heal Bell. That still shouldn't matter. In fact, I don't think that will matter. Confide? Don't be confiding in me. I don't care about you. Remember that. Confide, Heal Bell, Seismic Toss, Softball? What is your set? I have no idea what his set is. But I think what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to pause it until I hopefully win the stall war. And we'll be right back regardless of what happens. So we'll be right back, guys. Alright, guys. So like I said, I will come back after I PB stalled and pretty much just played it, I think, out. It was actually a really good game. At one point on turn 127, he decided to risk Zygarde when I went for Ice Beam with my Arceus and ended up critting him and knocking out Zygarde. Now, Zygarde only had 2 Dragon Tails left, 5,000 arrows. Arceus only had 2 Judgments left, so basically all I had to do was get Arceus to use 1 Judgment on me ever, and I SD up with Scizor and win. And I had 6 Roofs left on Scizor, so I was playing it that whenever I went Scizor and SD'd, when he went Zygarde or Arceus, I would always go out into Zygarde to either force a Dragon Tail or force the Judgment. He didn't have Ice Beam on his, he has Defog. I was lucky enough to be Judgment Ice Beam in this. And yeah, like I said, the point where he sacked Ferrothorn was the game changer. It was such a game changer because it gave me, like, I knew that I had the tools to win. Obviously a Toxic Arceus was a little bit annoying, but I mean, I only pivoted in Arceus like once or twice. I think I still had like 14 out of 16 recovers. Yeah, look, 13 out of 16. Only used 2 Ice Beams, 1 Toxic. Like, I barely used Arceus. All I had to do was pivot from Father into this. And the more Dragon Tails, the more 1,000 arrows you use, the more Judgments he used, I was better. So, while he did really get me, and he played it really well early on and got me on aggressive doubles. By the way, that's another point that I wanted to make. Obviously, again, he was using stall, and it, you know, he was making aggressive plays that were working for him. So, you know, props to him. Like, straight up, that's something I want to make from, you know, my road to top 10. Know you. That was the point I was trying to prove. But it was actually a really fun game, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I actually like games like this where I have to sit down and think about, okay, this is how I use this PP, this is how I use this and this. And because SD Scizor was such a threat to my opponent, I actually pressured him into attacking on turns he could just like switch around infinitely. But yeah, that was a fun game, and we're gonna end this episode of the Road to Top 10 in Ubers. Let's see where we are. Gen 7 Ubers, we are 14, 79, 24, and 2, so 26 games total. I don't think that's anywhere on the ladder at all, but I hope you guys all enjoyed this episode. SC Scizor definitely put in work, same thing with Father. We're almost in top 500. SC Scizor definitely put in work, same thing with Father. If you did enjoy, of course, feel free to leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, friends.